What's going on, guys? Dallas Talk 2, where today we're going to be going over Trevon Diggs' times with the Dallas Cowboys. Starting with the young days, where he was drafted out of Bama, he started as a wide receiver for them and was moved to corner. In his final season with the Crimson Tide, he put up 37 tackles and 3 interceptions, which landed him at the 51st overall pick for the Dallas Cowboys, where he was known as a good man press corner, being aggressive, sometimes to a fault, a little handsy downfield, and potentially lacked downfield speed. He immediately won the starting job and built an impressive rookie season. In 2020, he played 12 games, 3 interceptions, a 54% completion percentage, about 660 yards let up, 5 TDs given up, and 58 combined tackles. Did miss 4 weeks, weeks 11 through 14, for a fractured foot. Definitely an impressive rookie performance that the Dallas Cowboys needed due to the loss of Byron Jones in the offseason, and with a low amount of talent in that secondary, he's definitely a bright spot among the lacking group. Unlike other players that often hit their sophomore slump, Diggs kind of hit a massive leap in 2021, where he put up 16 games played, 11 interceptions, a 52% completion rate, let up 900 yards, 4 TDs let up, and 52 tackles. He became an all-pro talent in only his second year and put up historic numbers. Diggs' production was kind of hard to ignore. Although many criticized him for the amount of yards he gave up, what was undeniable was historic performances, as well as a QB's fearing to throw to his side. Coming off his best year in the Dallas Cowboys' career, Diggs put up another year of success. Although a worse year in the grand scheme of things, he still was a Pro Bowl cornerback and was solidifying himself as the Cowboys' star cornerback, making a duo of Bland and Diggs that could lead the secondary for the foreseeable future. In 2022, he played 17 games, had 3 interceptions, a 64% completion rating, let up around 700 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 59 tackles. Now, Diggs only played in 2 games in the 2023 season, after he teared his ACL in practice only 3 months after receiving a contract extension that made him among the highest paid cornerbacks in the league. Although in a short time played, he seemed to be continuing his stellar play, already having an interception in 2 games played. The next season, still recovering from the ACL tear, Diggs started the year on the physically unable to perform list and proceeded to play the next 10 games, putting up the respective stats of 2 interceptions, 60% completion rate, around 400 yards let up, 3 TDs, and 42 tackles. And in the 11th week, it was found that Diggs would require season-ending surgery in the same knee that he had torn only a season ago due to cartilage issue and fluid buildup. He was shut down for the rest of the season. Over the years, Diggs and superstar pass rusher Micah Parsons had developed a deep relationship, and this became on full display over the 2025 offseason as Parsons navigated a tricky contract extension with the Jones. Over the extension, the relationship between the two sides soured with shots being taken by both parties, and Parsons' right-hand man, Diggs, even held a press conference where they both defended the other from comments from the Jones. With a clear disconnect with Diggs and ownership over how he handled his rehab, it was clear that the upcoming year would show us exactly how the Cowboys' corners' time here in Dallas would be. Diggs had arguably his worst season year, putting up the respective numbers of 8 games played, 77 completion percentage, 270 yards completed on, 4 TDs, 25 tackles. And just before the season even started, his boyfriend, Parsons, was traded at the start of the season, and with fluke injuries of a concussion from mounting a TV and fluids returning to his knees, Diggs was waived a few days after the Week 17 win over the Commanders. Okay, I'm going to try and get into my opinion on Trevon Diggs as a player through my eyes. He's kind of a player that I have mixed feelings on. Because he was kind of this guy who came in, I didn't really know much about him because all I heard was, oh, he's an ex-wide receiver. And he kind of came on really strong, really fast. I mean, his rookie year is pretty solid. And then his second year, all-pro, 11 interceptions. It's hard not to be like, wow, this guy is amazing. And you hear the criticism of he gives up a lot of yards, and naturally I wanted to defend that. And like, you could defend it with 11 interceptions. You could be like, yeah, he's given up a lot of yards. He's also turning the ball over at a crazy rate, and quarterbacks can't really throw at him because he has a lot better hands than any corner. Most corners you throw at him, they're probably dropping it. Him, he can make a catch. So that's kind of worrying because it's like, okay, I can't throw it in the exact place I want to because he still has decent odds to catch it. But quickly after his ACL tear, he got paid, and I feel like he fell into that Cowboys trap of the minute we start paying dudes, they just start sucking. They just forget how to play, and we had the exact thing with him. I mean, you could say it's on his injury, which, yeah, coming back from ACL tear as a corner is pretty tough. But regardless, you got paid, you got to perform, especially when he talks as much as he talks, because he does, like many other Cowboys players, to be in the limelight and talk. And he was kind of similar to Micah, where he's not afraid to say what he wants to say. Um, you can definitely tell him and Trevon Diggs are related because they're both very much stars. They like to be in the spotlight. They say a lot of things. They're never wrong, stuff like that. And you kind of saw that in his last season, where it was clear he did not rehab the way the team wanted to. And, if this was any other team, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Like, yeah, maybe he's got someone that's a bit better. But the Cowboys, hard to say you have someone that's a bit more knowledgeable in rehab because the one thing they do well is they put a lot into their players when it comes to health and facilities because Jerry's got the money and he likes things to be glamorous, and ultimately that helps the glamour. Um, so I do think it's hard to imagine he had a better person to help with his rehab. But nonetheless, they disagreed on that. And he sucked. He just did. He sucked. And you could put that on him or Eberflus. Either way, he sucked. And when you're sucking and you're talking a lot and he's clearly making a nuisance in the organization, that's not going to go well, especially when you've been underperforming and you can't stay healthy. And let's be real. If he's putting up 11 interceptions, he's worth it. We're probably getting a discount, but when you're putting up two and you're giving up 600 yards, hard to want to keep you. Overall, good luck to the Packers, man. It's a rough watch, but that's just the Cowboys. See you in the next one.